Hello and welcome back to Age of Wonders 4. We are continuing on, well, starting off a brand new campaign this morning. We took a first look at the vampires yesterday. It went well, but we got crushed by the Toll of Seasons. So I figured let's start off a new campaign this morning and test out some of the new things. They introduced in a new Frost book, so I really wanted to do a Frost build with the new vampire stuff. So we're going to be playing Legally Distinct Disney Princess this morning. And do a little, what if Elsa was a vampire? We're going to take the build that we took yesterday, which for those of you who didn't see, it's continents with basically all unknown traits. We have taken off all of the presence traits, all of the world seals, and a couple of the bigger ones untouched. No free cities, mega cities, regenerating infestations, unbound tomes, high maintenance immortals, and I'm getting rid of Toll of Seasons this time because it keeps killing my games. Toll of Seasons is a little too hard with the hard world modifiers on right now. We're going to be playing on simultaneous turns. We're going to be playing on... This is actually going to be a custom difficulty. I don't want to change that because it'll mess everything up. We're playing on brutal difficulty with challenging. So instead of the 20% from challenging plus. And nobody is getting strategic bonuses. Yes, this is the other thing I wanted to make sure that everybody started on the same level. High world threat, challenging, normal happenings, everything else is turned on. Score mode is turned off. Perfect. We'll play on a large map with 8. Large map with 7. I always feel like it's a good number. But you know what? Let's do even. Let's do a large map with 7. Why not?
Your journey.
And we'll confirm it in. So we're going to create a new faction. They are going to be Elfkin. I'm going to clear this off. And what we're going to be taking here today is Stinky, Hideous Stench. We're going to be taking Elusive and Arctic Adaptation. Wow, we're going cold, so I feel like Arctic Adaptation is just the way to go. I really want to see how the sunless nights look on a freezing cold terrain. I like the idea of a bunch of vampires who live in the north. Hideous Stench, unfortunately the naming is just the naming for this. I mostly want to take this because of the -2 status resistance. This is going to be, we're going to be playing with the new Dark Tyranny culture, and status resistance is all the jam here right now. And then Elusive, I like the idea of like these elves who, you know, led by a vampire in the north who are kind of hiding away. We get the mobile hit and run tactics, which is nice, but I'm mostly doing that one for a bit of extra flavor. There will also be another reason they have a Hideous Stench around them. We'll be playing with the Cult of Tyranny, so we weaken status resistance through Aura of Tyranny. Adjacent enemies have -1 status resistance, so they'll get -3 with Hideous Stench. And exploit vulnerability. They also inflict status vulnerabilities. We can capture heroes to control free cities through hostage diplomacy. We lose a Whispering Stone, though. We gain city stability when executing heroes, and we get gold at the cost of city stability. Now, the other reason we're going to be stinky is because we're going to be cannibals. I figured if we're going to be playing a bunch of elves who are sort of want to become vampires, I imagine this vampire queen is getting them to, you know, eat other elves, other creatures. So ritual cannibal seemed like a fun little idea. Also +3 mana, +3 food. It works well with Arctic. And then, you know, we're pretty evil, so it feels right. Also, you know, the Silver Tongue. I thought this kind of goes well with Tyranny in the idea that, like, we get these weird bonuses with free cities. We get the Court of Whisper, so we get the +1 Whispering Stone that we're losing from doing stuff otherwise. And we can also then put it in other people's stuff as well. So they're basically wood elves from Skyrim. Yeah, kind of. We're going to take the Tome of Bloodright starting off, and then, surprise, surprise, we will be going with the Tome of Cryomancy after. But we'll start with the new stuff.
What is your ruler's origin?
And we're going to hit up a Elder Vampire Pureblood.
Reveal yourself.
Now, I want to play this morning as a Death Knight. The idea of this being is I kind of want like a tanky frontline spellcaster. We're going to play with the Sword and Whip, which is one of the new items that looks really, really good, and I think will fit all of our visual style as well. We're going to play as a Lady Vampire with super pale vampire skin. I want to take this head. I kind of worked out most of this morning. We're going to take this eyeball. We're going to take this updo, because I think this looks nice and sort of vampiric noble-esque. We'll do a little white here with some nice frozy tips, because, you know, that's how most of my Frost characters always seem to look. We're going to take this elegant ballroom dress along with a little masquerade mask. And for a cape, we're going to check out one of the new vampire capes. I think this one. No, this one. This one. We're going to go with silver as our main color with just a little kind of off accent. This is actually the color flag I wanted, which is great. And I want to take one of these new ones, which is under Nature Affinity. So as part of like the lore in the vampire stuff, there is the like the Red Rose vampires, who are these special new vampires. I figured we're kind of like the Frozen Rose was the idea I was going behind here. So vampires are undead also, so hideous stench, the smell of a corpse. This also is true. We're missing one more thing to really lock in our vampire look, our Disney princess look, which is sparkles. I also wanted to play a sparkly vampire because, you know, I know how much that drives everybody nuts. So Elza does have a see-through cape. I like this one with the flowers on it. I think it kind of fits the whole idea. You know, we've got this thorny whip. We've kind of got this thorn pattern here on the dress and then the roses. Honestly, I think this is a pretty like elegant looking character. I'm going to have them also floating because, you know, it's a vampire. Why the heck not? For these dudes, we're going to go with the palest looking skin tone. We're going to go with that nice silver armor. We're going to go with black here because they're vampires. We're going to go with the gaunt faces makeup. I like this one. It just kind of makes them look like they've been eating corpses as far as I'm concerned. You know, you could go with the blood on the mouth, but I like the idea that they're nutrition starved. And I was going to go actually with the white wargs. I had a lot of debate on what I was going to do here. Obviously, there was the skeleton rose horses look great. The skeleton horses themselves look good. We're in the north, so polar bears would look good, or white horses would look good. Heck, even zebras would look good with this outfit. But I feel like the white warg, you know, it's got these sort of vampiric eyes. Vampires are always, you know, they often have a bunch of wargs with them. To me, that made a lot of sense. I don't really think I want to change much in the way, like they kind of just look normal, and I feel like that's all right, you know? It's a great looking vibe for this set of vamps as far as I'm concerned. The thing on the leg doesn't look like sparkles, but body fluid, she's just peed down her leg. I mean, it's possible, whatever you're into, I guess. Deer mounts for the north also would look good, but I like the white wargs. I think it's a good look. So we've got this.
Begins.
I will take some suggestions for names. I've got some, you know, obviously Elza, because I thought if you know, if a vampire tried to say Elsa, they'd probably kind of lisp it out a little bit and say Elza instead. I was originally thinking like Lich Queen, but you know, I'm not sold on that. All the other stuff, I'm not sure on. These guys, I went with Famished was sort of my idea, but I'll take some names here while we go through the ruler ambitions and the everything else. This is always the part I also forget to do. I think I'm going to take Dominator on her. Because I do want to have her do mind control stuff. We're doing so much status resistance that domination would actually be pretty powerful. So I think that's what we're going to do. I like the idea of it. For AI personality, I feel like she's a diplomat. Purity of mind and empire. Peaceful coexistence, strong defensive force. I mean, the thing is we're going to be conquering a lot of vassals. We're going to kind of have our frozen keep, and then everything else should be vassals. Like empires that have summoned units or defeated other empires. Dislikes empires that trade grievances and those with strong research. She could be a strategist warlord. But I feel like she's got this charming personality. High civic order who believes in justice and peace. I'm going to go authoritarian diplomat. And I tell you what, we'll load up the tome choice here as well because simply I can do it. We're going to go cryomancy. We're going to go revelry. This is a pure shadow and chaos build. Doom Herald, because it's all about that morale. Then we go Torment, the new tome. Tome of the Cold Dark for more frost. We go Crimson Rage, the new tome. We go Oblivion, because Oblivion will allow us to do insanity effects, which will also do really well with the status resistance. And then Tome of the Eternal Lord. And then everything else afterwards is icing on the cake, as they say. All right. What we got for fun names? The Endless Queen. Buffy, not the Vampire Slayer. We are going to do a Vampire Slayer at some point as well, which I definitely want to do. Masquerades is the race name. Not bad. Not bad. Not available for Xbox yet. Ooh, soon, I suspect. Jaretha. Love it. Love it. Okay. How do I plan my tomes ahead of time? Or is this for the AI? So that's for the AI. So if you encounter this ruler now, it will take that tome path. And I plan out the tome paths ahead of time because I have like a build typically that I want to do. It's just the way I like to play. We have done campaigns where we've just kind of like flown with what the game throws at us. And those are also really, really fun to do. But she's covered in ice, so that's why she's a little sparkly? Yeah. I think so. We need like a frozen citadel. I just want to be like Oslo or like name it after some sort of real place. Name it after like Superman's, ice palace. Elza la Creatura. Serena. Oh yeah, she also has a bit of a vibe of like the Skyrim Serena as well. That's true. Vladivostok. We could go Russian. We could definitely go Russian. I almost want to say like some sort of play on not Serbia, Siberia. Like Siberius. Frostgrave. All right, well that's pretty fitting. That's the best. We could call her also Siberius. I guess it'd have to be Siberius. When you use Lich King for vampire, rather some more generic vampire vibe, like Crimson Queen or something. I was gonna do because it was the idea of like frozen roses. We could have called her Rose Queen. Rose Queen Elza. That actually feels kind of fitting. Name the city Serbia. Can you imagine? I'd have a lot of angry people in the comments. The Everlasting Queen. I also like that. Queen of the Frozen Rose. Will that fit? Sure. You know what? Let's take it. Sturgoy as well for the race. There are some like really baddie races you could do that are a bit more Sturgoy. There is actually like one of the pre-made races for this right now are very, very Sturgoy bad people. So Famished to Wilted. Ooh, because Wilted Roses. Oh yeah. All right. That's a good one. That's a good one. I like that. I like that as well. Elza Romanov, also very good. Ulrika from Warhammer, that's true. Ooh, good question, good question. Siberius from Romanov. I like Siberia because I feel like Romanov is like a real last name, you know? I think I'm gonna go with Siberius because it's just the throw out to, you know, the frozen chunk of Russia. All right, slender, pointy-eared beings whose kin were first to inhabit the realms. Their harsh cold no longer bothers them. They have a grisly stench following them and have trained to dart in and out of combat, not giving their enemies much time to strike back. They pursue power and often turn to dark and forbidden magic, caring little for the well-being of their people. They sacrifice their people to gain favor from the gods. They know when to flatter and when to extort, elevating intrigue itself to a lucrative art. Let's go. Let's kick it. Give me that screenshot. Everlasting queen of the frozen rose, thorn of the north, queen who slumbers in the snow. These are all... Can we give her like 20 titles? Give her that real like Daenerys Targaryen treatment? I think that would be a probes. Russian Santa Claus's granddaughter, Snugrochika? Oh, that's a very fun name too. All good options. Day one dawns. Oh, we're underground. Ooh, interesting. I did not expect that. A new ruler emerges. Explore your surroundings, expand your domain, prepare to face your rivals and become master of this realm. Your choices will shape the new Age of Wonders 4. So we are Elsa Siberius, the frozen queen of the frozen rose, tome of the blood rite. We are Elfkins with Arctic adaptation, hideous stench and elusive. We have the Cult of Tyranny with ritual cannibals and silver tongue. We start with the rite of light leeching, and the rite of bloodletting. I think I did that backwards yesterday too. And obviously, we have an underground start revealed. We are in the middle of the map, right next to a temple, and it looks like right next to the water too. Though not a lot of water. How big is our underground? Not very big. That might be a special area though. I think we're gonna wanna get above ground. I like the idea that we are below ground starting as a vampire though. There is something quite charming about that. We got a mage lock, a shrieking bat, a defender, and an archer. You gotta be kidding me. It's an undead frostling transformation map, meaning every single character in the Marauders is gonna have 5 frost resistance. And frost is going to be our primary source of damage. They don't make it easy for me. That's for sure. They don't ever want to make it easy for me. I'm getting a lot of audio stuttering. I don't know if you guys are getting that as well. I assume so. Mm-hmm. All right, well, we're underground. Let's go with the storehouse early. There are a bunch of mushroom forests around, so we should be able to boost that.
Ooh. Oh.
Honestly, I think I'm going to just go straight for this kill. Because if we don't get it, we're going to be off in some other trouble otherwise. Bad roll. I mean, here's the thing, is it's going to make the Marauders difficult, but it doesn't necessarily make the other players more difficult, so... And the flip of this also is that they're all going to be doing frost damage, which I'm going to have a lot of defenses to. So Elza gets Draining Bite instead of Siphon because she's a Death Knight. She gets Whiplash, dealing damage, exploit vulnerability. And Draining Bite is like the close range variant. Fortunately, I definitely don't want to move next to that magically charged crystal. So I think I'm just gonna sort of gather my troops right now. And give them a round to come in. Don't love that. Especially knowing they're all going to add slow. But what are you going to do about it, right? Well, you can do some pretty nasty damage here. Get those status vulnerabilities ticking up. I'll tell you what I'm worried about is... You do 12 damage there, you do 12 damage there. I'll take the bit of electricity. That mage lock I don't really have an answer to right now. And so somebody is going to get shot. And it gonna hurt. It gonna hurt an awful lot. 12 damage. You do 30 damage on a bite, 20 draining bite. And 8.
Ooh.
I guess you did move. What we'll do is we'll also do bloodletting here because I just realized I can stack bleeding on all these guys. So the idea of this build for combat is basically I want to bleed people out and then freeze them constantly. So they skip their turns and then they take bleeding damage. Interesting that he'd move and shoot. All right. I see how it is. How nice and easy with a curl. Sugar Ray ride and show. You're going to get rid of him. You do have corpse eating. These guys are also mortal, though. I think I'll just cancel that vulnerability, and then I'll cast Draining Bite to get my heals back. And then just fill him with arrows. That's fine. He's immortal. Gotta remember that. He is immortal. You can also eat his corpse. You do get the form traits, which is really fun. That does 20 damage. That does 12. The problem is I want to be on top of the mage law because I don't want it to be able to use its abilities. 65, 25. So let's go here. Fill him with arrows. He is bleeding as well. No attack of opportunity there. Whiplash. Miss. Aw, man, that was gonna be so cool. Sad that her militia didn't join the fight. Well, I mean, her scouts got in there at least, so that's all you can do. Nemesises that are all about golems to be like everything trying to counter me, it would not be great, right? Angels are also immune to mind control and berserk. Undead not immune. Yeah, but undead are immune to bleeding, so the ranged scouts is good. Most of the scouts are ranged, so they just don't do a lot. Is the expansion out yet? It should be out in about an hour and 20 minutes, as far as I'm idea. Somebody in YouTube chat is saying in 20 minutes, so yeah, I might just have my time wrong. Couldn't be the first time. I think Elsa's going to have to go to the surface. So why don't we have you just go out that way? Look at this, getting a level already. How nice is this? So I think what I want to do is I want to take the mind control path here. But starting off, I do just want to take Curse. Just the idea being that I have another point blank. Curse on the Death Knight is not at range. It is a single target, always one hit. But if we go down this path, it does 30 damage. So it's basically equal to another Draining Bite, but it freezes instead of heals us. And that's sort of the build idea I got going. She's not in her cool pose. Oh, I also start right because of our trait Silver Tongued. We start with the second scout, which is something I'm gonna be honest, I totally forgot. Let's get another immortal out first, though, and then buddy boy, we're off to the races. Boot this up. We got gold mines in every direction. We got mana mines in every direction. But right now I'm going to grab Forester.
Oh.
Mostly so I can continue to go this way and heal at the same time. Just have you scout that edge. I think we'll come up, we'll kill that Marauder Guard before we head to the surface. We don't have dig available yet. And that might not be a bad thing for us. There is frozen terrain down here. I think I'll scout down that way first. And then we're getting Shadow and Chaos. Which reminds me, I should probably put our Whispering Stone in here for right now. And... I mean, early research is not bad. This would also get us a lot of early mana. As a Frost character as well, we tend to do really well off of research posts and mana. So starting with 2 mana nodes next to us is kind of great. I was like, what just happened? Didn't I hurry that? No, I didn't. That'll do. Then we can attack him with that. Up against the bat, skeleton warriors, and a couple of thorn skeletons. These are the new skeletons. They have razor thorns, so when you attack them, you get bleeding. They're really cool. 20 minutes sounds plausible, given that Steam Pass says the content plans to unlock in approximately less than an hour. Okay, so 20 minutes then. Eldred Ruler with Vigils. Yeah, nice. Like that. If I remember, every ruler gets form trait. Not everyone can use those properly. Okay. We need biblically accurate angels DLC. I mean, we have that. We did a biblically accurate angels run. It did not last very long. My angels went kerpop. I kind of wish that this was like, you know, because it's like high ground, gives you like an extra range or something. Sort of like the battlements do. Yeah, there's no way I don't just like have to rush in here. You're going to be a bit trickier, I think. Oh, Curse is also a free action. May have just caused those guys to get killed, but you only have 1 strike right now. I could kill them, but I feel like maybe shooting those bats or skeletons is going to be the better choice. Because if they move at all, they're going to get attack of opportunity. You know what? Let's go with them. Can also just do that. Forgot about that. Owie. Owie. That's fine. These are immortal units. If they want to focus them down, that is no problem. Shoot my guys in the butt. I think let's shoot them, seeing as they seem to do a lot of damage. Can't gorge corpses if those corpses are corpses. Well, you still get your kill. I really like that they focus immortals so much. You could eat those. So if you move one, eat that corpse, charge the rest of those dweebs. You guys got some shots. You guys got some shots. Ah, you might as well just take your flank. It's bleeding. No valid targets found. Ah, yes, of course. If they are undead, that also makes it much harder to eat them. It's okay, though. What did I choose for the second society trait? Watchers and Ritual Cannibalist was our other trait. A shield. I guess I can't really use that. I can move them back in. The other guy doesn't get to heal, but you do. And yeah, it's a while till we can get excavate. So I tell you what, let's just bring you to the surface. Oathright. Whoa. Heroic dwarfkin who are masters of frost. Hazen blade curve. Heck yeah, dudes. What a perfect group for us to go up against. I guess I'm also zoomed in a lot. I was like, this city seems huge. There's a golden tree there. So as Cult of Tyranny, we capture heroes to control free cities through hostage diplomacy. Defeated heroes belonging to free cities become hostages in your prison. Hostages provide allegiance every turn and count as an assigned Whispering Stone. Conquered cities released as vassals also grant you hostages. When vassalizing a city that belongs to another empire, all heroes in your empire in the prison become hostages instead. Either you break your oath or I break oath right. Dude, this guy is like the perfect combo for us, though. He looks awesome. And there's an altar of elements down here. Ooh. Ooh. And that would be a connection to the lower continent as well. I can make this work. Let's grab a pursuer so that we have a second archer going. Frostgrave being underground is somewhat fitting. You'll cover it in ice pretty soon. Yeah, it's going to look really good. I actually can Earthshape. But it will take much of my mana. Try to get this this tower up here for right now. Dude, this is all dungeon territory as well down here. That's free mana. Here's a tower. Let's grab that tower and then we'll probably go back underground there. Should have boosted that collector. -5 city stability, but 20 gold income. Ah, cool. So the gold things for tyranny. Dark tyranny gets gold buildings, and dark death gets mana buildings. It's an interesting combination. You need a farm. Let's boost. Gah. Gah. Of course, it's all underground, right? Needs snow and ice. A hut can be built here. Arctic factions can build a farm. So if I build snow here, will that give me the option to build a farm? That's the question I have. No. I guess I should have known better. There's another gold mine there. I mean, 2 foresters would get me the granaries really fast. And the upgraded libraries really fast. So I could get a lot of food and knowledge online. It's not the worst option. That would get me access to here. Ah, I can't go through here until I clear this temple. I'm stuck underground. Oh god, this is just like the Golem playthrough all over again. Damn. Maybe I should build a quarry instead of this workshop then. I'm gonna want both of those to be mines. But for right now, it might be helpful to get that extra bit of production online. Honestly, I might even just boost this. Could I boost this and build like a library right behind it? I could. 202. I'm going to do that. Give me the early production going. And we'll do our best then. What happened to our guy in the other campaign? My guess is he got staked. That's one way of putting it. Citadel. Masters of Corruption. Villainous Little Ones. Oh, well, these also sound very fitting for us. Honestly, these are some great vassals we could be picking up. We could just get rid of the Whispering Stone in our city. And I think given that we have 2 different guys, one of which is aggressive, one of which is not, let's give them distrusting locals. Distrusting locals. That's going to be complicated. Does every single character we capture count as a +1 allegiance? He asks. Hostages provide allegiance every turn and count as a Whispering Stone. Good question. I almost made halflings for this character, so. For sure, I'm going to be attacking Oathright. There's no doubt about that. Rainbow Rapids. Oh, a landmark. +5 city stability. A farmer or forester grants +10 food. Lesser tide spirits and tide spirits, and you heal extra. I mean, I guess we could pop out here and build another city. There are 3 mana nodes here next to each other. Are you for real? That's nuts, dudes. We must have the event where like mana nodes spawn extra. We must have that. Doesn't make sense otherwise. Let's spend another turn healing here. Though I'd like to get my army out. I think I'm just going to go for like an early offensive against Oathright. You know, he's probably going to send units after me, so. Wait for someone to open the tomb. The tomb. Do we go for underground mining or traveling waters? I mean, we're going to be able to carve out a fair bit of land here, which is good. I think this is also frost based on the color of that. Banner Lords revealed. Ooh, that's really good for us. Not yet, but later it will be. Let's grab those blood drinking blades. And we'll cast the new flesh carved runes. So we ignore status resistance if they have bleeding. This is going to be even better for getting people frozen. We're going to grab that tower. And then what do we have up here? We have a 757 army. Can't say I care much for that. When I have like 200, 300. I guess we're a melee hero, so 3 casters is ultimately what we're going to want. I'm going to need a lot of money for that. All right, stay put. You can stay put. 270, 486. I could probably take that on as well. 260, 280, 390. This is great. This little area down here, we can actually farm a ton of experience down here while we wait for those guys to attack us. Let us build up some troops as well. After a diplomatic dinner with our envoys, you're contacted by the pale magistrate Lavender Justicar of Citadel. I know I'm a lesser magistrate in the eyes of the Queen of the Frozen Rose, but I need to learn the truth. After trying the stew you wilted are famous for, my food tastes are bloated with gas and the poor man was ripped apart from within, turning the buffet into a nauseating mess. Now I keep thinking, was this man's death supposed to be my own? Do you seek my demise? Free pact cooperation. Gain 6, gain 6. Well, all of these, I get the pact of cooperation immediately. I don't want to lose 158 gold. If I wanted you dead, you'd be dead. Listen, lady, if I wanted you dead, you'd be dead, okay? How many turns until Diggy Diggy Hole? 4. I can't believe I'm doing that. Building another research post. I could get a farm there. I have enough to get Town Hall 2. So that'll have to suffice for now. All right, we'll build a forester there. And then y'all are going to cruise that way. This thing goes into lava. Nope. We'll head over to that. At least we're like nice and tucked away. We could actually probably hide for quite a while in this campaign if we wanted to. Highlands are revealed. Oh, hello. Dimter. Free City. The wary Dimter. Baroness Lorath Corpseborn. Ah, she is our other, she is our proper Free City. I like that she's covered in blood. So far, the 3 vassals we have found are absolutely perfect for us. These are sanguine vampires as well. Blood Megates, Sanguine Focus, Blood Fury, Blood Cultist, Blood Altar, Crimson Core, Carnival of Flesh, and Blood Drinking Blades. Okay. Now, I'm a bit worried you're not going to have a lot of room to grow. You can't grow through here. So I tell you what, we should maybe build a city in here. And just enjoy the dungeon. At least we have some friendly neighbors. Friendly neighbors and not so friendly neighbors. It's a good combination. There's our blood drinking blades. I want Sanguine Focus, but let's get Blood Cultist, seeing as we're working on the Tier 2 city right now. Swim is available, which I think we might need sooner than later. That looks maybe like a legendary location up there. Why don't we explore? I can't get past you without trespassing. All right, so we'll take a different path then. We'll cast our flesh-carved runes. Looks great. And we'll start casting blood drinking blades. I know I wanted more farms, but baby steps, you know? Just when I stop playing this game, a Vampire DLC comes out and pulls me back in. They pull you back in. Why did the Halfling City have so much affinity? I don't know why I did it. I don't know why it said I would reach a pact of cooperation getting a -6 to allegiance. Because that's obviously not correct. There's no reason to do that. Keep it in my capital. Well, we don't have farms, but we can get the second granary going. How will this stack with our ability that hostages give us Whispering Stones, I wonder? Good question. 1 turn until dig, so let's save for dig. I just want you to explore a little bit more down here. And then that's only 2 away, right? I think I'm going to build an outpost quite literally here. With the intention that like all of this is within range. And then I can focus on the above ground for anything extra I want to do. Like grabbing all this mana would be very nice. Oath Rates into War Party. Okay, well. That didn't last long. You create a tier 2, so I can start making Warlocks and Tyrant Guards. We'll get the outpost going and then we'll just run back. A scout reports that she's spotted a strange band of merchant wilted. They swear they're traders, but they're carrying weapons. We will seek out these suspicious traders. They are also back in our home turf. I don't love how like long it takes for us to get back and forth here. Ah, there is another little passage over here, at least. Grab excavate. Blessed lands. Interesting. We can do blood drinking blades. So now we do extra damage on those bleeds. So downloading the update now. Nice. Enjoy it, my dudes. With dig, I could get a shortcut to that dungeon. This is all bedrock. So I can't dig through that. I can only basically dig out this way. I can dig. It looks like possibly up through here as well. There is some other areas down here, though, that we could crack open. Ha! And new heroes coming out. Warlocks, Elementalists, and Battle Saints. I really like Warlocks at the moment. So I'm probably going to get one of those ASAP. And do I want to earth shape any more of this? Yeah, why not? 581. Okay. That's actually not unreasonable. You led me to believe that there were farms over there, so I'm going to take a look that way. Is that diggable earth? It sure is. Diggy diggy hole. Oh, there's lots of free goodies up here. Look at this. Small creature cages, gold, mana. What a blessed area. These guys pillage in a single turn. That's not so good. Oh, hello. Sometimes fate puts adversaries in our way to test our resolve. I hope for all your sakes you are no such adversary. Grand Mistress Elira Bladesong. Honorable Elves. Harmony Oath Keepers. Keepers of Knowledge, Gifted Casters. Harmonious Sages. Many alliances, trade grievances, defeated other empires, and execute prisoners. Ooh, I don't think we're going to get along, lady. Bit worried about that warlock getting canceled. Let's just pull them up so they're within range of each other. And then I don't really want to dig into that area. I'd like to dig out this stuff right now. You don't got a lot of money, but let's get palisade walls. There's blood cultists. Tyrannical exploitation. Vassal city no longer gains allegiance, but income is increased by 20% for each point of allegiance income instead. All right. Mana, gold, creature cage. You're ready for more annexing. Why can't I build a farm here? I thought that was going to work. If I froze it. Able to build farms on snow terrain, but not on ice terrain. Gains snow and ice. But it turns out that was a lie. Also, why can't I expand there? Because it's Why can't I expand there? Curious. Curiouser and curiouser. Snow isn't ice, yeah, but it's meant to give us both. We're gonna take the knowledge per hero defeated. Helter Skelter! Ooh. He's gonna be a tough person to fight. He has these like super fire-based skeletons. They're gonna be tough. But I'm excited for it. I got all the enemies, yeah. But we have some really good vassal states around, so. All right, what do you have, Buckaroo? Wotan Blade Curve. He's a pikeman that doesn't have slip away. We've got an Ice Wyvern, 3 Skirmishing Spirits, and an Honor Blade. Dude, these Frost Dwarves look great. Gotta tell you. So let's put you there. Of course, keep forgetting that I'm playing against the computer, so we're gonna do the strength and lifesteal. And then you have very little movement. You have okay movement. You know what, man? You're an immortal. Like, get in there. I'm mostly concerned about you because you can fly and hit my back line. I'll charge strike them because he is a pike. Can't hit anybody with that. I might as well use these guys to get in there and start doing as much damage as they can. Which is not very much, unfortunately. Ow, another... Frozen. My entire front line frozen solid and killed. Of course, freezing burst, right? And you guys have some sort of fire damage. Great. It's under defense and resistance. I think we'll have to do it on him. You're probably better off moving in. What sucks is I don't think I can get this hit on him that I want to do. The grazes. Dude, I'm doing nothing but grazing here. It is real bad. All right. I'm going to curse you. And then I'm going to bite you for the big heal. Withering Mist. Okay. You're dead for sure. The early freeze did quite the number on me here. You can kill him. You can kill him. Let's do that. These guys do like bonus fire damage. I don't know why this guy takes so much. Oh, because he's debuffed so much. I kind of feel like this guy's my big threat here. So we're going to go with that. At least that's a big heal. Each turn, all enemies sustain 15 frost damage. Have a 90% chance of becoming blind and a 90% chance of becoming weakened. Are you for real? That's not fit. That's so much damage. You're blind. You gotta take that hit. Escalated quickly, right? That's a spell from the tier 5 Shadow Tome. Why does a free city have access to a tier 5 Shadow Tome spell on turn 14? That's insane. Do these guys also have it? They have Treacherous Reflection. They also have Withering Mist. I feel like they shouldn't start with that as an ability. That kind of feels a little too strong. Oh, this guy stole my my animal. What a jerk. Ooh. All right. Well, we'll see how that plays out. As he one turn raises all my land. I thought for sure that was going to be just an easy fight. But no shot, right? Sparkly snow makes a passage, you think? You know, it does look like that. It just says it's uninhabitable bedrock, though. Normally it says diggable terrain, right? You could be right. All right. We're going to keep trying it. Frostling influence, of course. Your enemy of the oath rite approaches you. A thin veneer of pride fails to hide his obvious desperation. We're at war and it could go either way. I fear my subjects are losing faith in me as their oath warden. In our culture, this is lethal consequences. We could peace out with them. I don't love this idea, but also he is beating the tar out of me right now. I'm thinking, yeah, about taking the gold because I could repair all my terrain with it. Man. You know, I also don't have an army, so he was going to start sieging me in a turn. Which obviously would have been bad. Echoing Abyss. Add Shrieking Bat, and if thralls are available, the thrall sacrifice action on this structure becomes available to permanently gain 10 world map casting points and casting combat points from this structure. That's an insane wonder. Cool. Oh man, we just got beat up so badly. But the bright side, I mean, we lost all our tier 1 units and we get to replace them with tier 2. It's not really how I would have liked the round to start, but both rulers publicly going, of course I'm winning, haha, while being terrified of each other from behind the scene, right? When you scream into the abyss screams back. All right, Elza. I'm going to make the next risky play, which is I'm going to start digging for gold. Which can often be a really bad idea because monsters come out to play. These guys are all going to take a really long time. Production per adjacent quarry, mine, or forester. Oh, that's great. I can put that there in that forester ruins, and I can do like mine, like 3 mines, quarries, whatever. That dark forge will actually get us a lot. Oh, incredible. Another iron deposit? Well, now I gotta know what's here. Ooh. You unlock some bonus mana. Cthulhu, the Great Dreamer. Aren't you meant to be cute, Cthulhu? I feel like they changed his name on me. This doesn't look like it leads somewhere, but we're going to dig it out anyway. Sure. You're going to go down there and see if we can find some people. We're going to get our second tome, which of course is going to be the Tome of Cryomancy.
When all the
good name, need to sleep. Matthew, take it easy, my dude.
I see a pure
the cuttle fish
paradise. Frost their limbs and make their bones brittle, entombed in icy blood. Summon the blizzard to freeze flesh and inspire fear.
I'm gonna take the White Witch first. This is gonna be an uphill battle. But you know what? I'm looking forward to it. Vampire Castle would be good. Would get us a bit of Imperium. I don't really have a lot of other things in here I want right away. Counts as a research post. 3 mana per snow or ice. Oh, you know what we need is the thing that makes darkness. They don't appear to have access to. All right, we'll go with the vampire castle then. This guy wants us to capture Dim Tur. I mean, I'd love to do that. We have enough to get a hero, so why don't we do that? Pick up this warlock. Shepherding warlock, prospecting governor. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. They have a staff of fire. It's not really like quite the vibe I'm looking for, but it's a start. It'll do for now. Glad to see the new content. I'm very glad to be showing it off. I guess we'll have you dig. I am a vampire digging a hole. Small monster den. Don't love that at all. Okay. You guys can go get that food. You found a pilgrim's passage. Kind of thought I would find you. I see, though, that that's where you were. They must be up in that corner or something. I don't know where they're coming from. Oh, this is a weird map. This is a very weird map. Give me that gold vein, and then I think let's just found this straight into a city. So that we can try to get to that surface as quick as possible. Millennius' Kiss. Resurrecting zombies. I have 6 turns left to deal with this army. 470 something. I'm getting a warlock, but I'm actually thinking I should probably get another tyrant guard for right now than a blood cultist. You know, I guess I could go either way.
Hey. Ooh.
This is another city up here. Followers of Shadow, Stonecutter Sirens with Whiteborn. And an Umbral Nest. Okay. I think I'm gonna head over those mountains. See what I can't find. Hope that I can find something. You know what? I have a lot of mana, so I'm also just gonna start earth shaping. Here's our vampire castle. I'm gonna dark forge you because it's money and production. I kind of need to like rush these blood cultists. You can keep growing. I'm gonna go for another mine. I'm starting to kind of want Materium, A, for the dungeon tome, but B, there's just so much, there's so many mines here. If I could do mines into mana, it would sort of pay dividends. They haven't awoken yet either. Should I pick up Call of Chaos? You know what? I am going to clear this infestation, so... Why not? We'll rush the Blood Cultist next turn. God damn it.
Mm-hmm.
They heard me. That's what happened there. They were like, we hear what you're going to do. How can I dig that out? That's all bedrock. That doesn't make any sense. There's White Witch. I don't like any of these. I'm going to shuffle. Pick up Frostblades. You're going to keep going that way. I'm going to have to rush you. Bring you up. We're going to go for this guy for now. We have founded the city of Nightfort. Just sworn we already had that mine. And I'm going to boost you. Helter Skelter. What are you doing with a whole army of zombies up here? Did you come up here and steal all this delicious XP I was going to farm? Uh-oh. That could go really bad. All right, let's do this quest. You found the group of traitors that your scouts described. 3 Houndmasters. I have 4 turns to deal with this.
Ooh.
I'm gonna want another Tyrant Guard. This is deceptive because all of these guys come with with another character. And of course, I also then have to deal with that, which is 500. You are a Caustic Worm, a War Shaman, and then a bunch of little babies. I don't know where this goes, because it doesn't look like there's any open terrain over here. God, we are in some mess. Let's grab the shrine. We don't have like a ton of mana coming in. Not that we're using a ton of mana right now regardless, but if I can freeze some of these, it will also give us an advantage. Chaotic Influence. I actually thought I had that turned off, but I guess I didn't. Helter Skelter is trespassing on me. So we do have that as a bit of a threat right now. Curious pathways over here. Well, I definitely don't want this to get destroyed. Can I boost you? Yes.
Oh.
So this should be doable. Franklin, hello. Love the drip of that elder lady. Yes, me too, me too. 4x and untrade is all right, but 8x is beyond playable. Been there, done that. Oh, I always love playing on the 8-time unknowable traits. It's lots of surprises. What faction? Shortly describe what faction I am playing as. We're playing as frozen vampires is basically the idea. We are a legally distinct Disney princess. The goal is to stack bleeding as much as possible onto people and then freeze them as much as possible. And hopefully through that combination, do lots of damage. That's not gonna be fun. That's not gonna be fun. Okay. We're gonna do strength and lifesteal. Yeesh. Scarlet Plague. Give him the blood parasites. Stab him as much as we can. Hit him with a frost curse. 39 or 30. Hit him with this fire blast. 39 or 30. We'll hit him with a draining bite. Spawn a blood maggot, which will then eat his corpse. Attack this guy to take away his extra strike, and then we can triple strike him here. So that was okay. We took a lot of opening damage that I didn't really... I mean, I should have anticipated. That blood maggot should have just exploded, and yes, added blood parasite on all these guys around him. You know what? You can kill him. You can kill him. Another blood maggot. Shoot. Should have done that a little bit differently there. You better hit him. And then I'll have him go for you. Oh, right, the lifesteal. Oh, the lifesteal's so good. You know what? I could also bleed out all these guys. They all have blood maggots. So I'm actually kind of worried. Oh, I'm curious about this. Sorry, which is... If I stack bleeding on them when they have blood maggots, does it multiply the blood maggots? Yes, it does. Awesome. We'll bloat this guy up then. And I'm actually going to turn him that way in the hopes that these guys focus him because he's got a flank. Bleeding removed. Well, my plan didn't exactly work there, but... You can blow those guys up. We get zombies. Oh, that's right. Melania's Kiss is going on right now as well. Those blood maggots can go up there. So you can go there. Might as well eat a corpse. Blow this dweeb up. Give him the Scarlet Plague. And then just give him another tap. Zombies. Blood maggots and zombies at the same time is kind of a crazy, weird combo. but I approve of it. Blood ice cream, right? States are all broken in EU5. You can't take a loan, meaning every time you fall below 1 gold, you go bankrupt. Can you borrow gold from the bank characters? Or also, can you lower taxes on your estate so that they have money so that they can lend you gold? You can play some really cheesy builds, but where's the fun in it, right? You don't always have to play cheesy builds. Yeah, sadly our first run did explode. Ah. So these give us permanent replacement zombies. Oh, I love that. But they cannot regenerate. Cool. You know what? The sell our terrain. We're fine to just stick right there. You got yourself another level up, lady. Draining Bite removes defensive mode and retaliation. I mean, that is pretty nice. We can disrupted frost damage. You know what? Let's go for stunning drain right now.
Ooh.
This Warlock also has gotten a level up. Now, we did a lot of Blood Pact in our first attempt here. But I am kind of tempted to take Hex Pact, given the Tyranny debuffs with the Sundered Resistances. Ignore status resistance against the target of Hex Pact. This is a 6 range curse that does blight damage. Interesting. Bend Broken Will. Chance of becoming dominated. Yeah, I think I'm going to Hex Pack with you. I'm okay with your outfit. I'm not really okay with your weapon, but you know what, baby? Baby steps. Two turns for this quest. So I think I want to hit that first. You're not recruiting anybody. I wanted you to recruit, I think, a White Witch. Definitely a White Witch. But I'm going to need you to build something here too, so... Blood Transfer Ritual. Heals vampires for 50% of their max HP. Heals non-vampires for 20% of their max HP. That sounds pretty useful. Plus it's Imperium, and it leaves me with exactly $100, which is exactly what I need to get a White Witch. I'm going to have Blood Cultists, Warlocks, and White Witches. That's going to be a very funny combo. If you have Frostling Transformation, you're immune to Frozen. So maybe... Maybe let's get a Warlock first. I don't know what insane path this guy's taking, but see what we can discover. A city ruins. I find that surprising. We'll attack these bandits. Really like the game. Yeah, I mean, EU5 is in a really good space right now, I think, but I already pre-ordered the whole expansion pack for Age of Wonders. I mean, pourquoi pas les deux? Do a little of both, you know? Warhounds. My zombies are not going to live this fight. I can tell you that much. Ooh, I can tell you that much.
Ooh.
Hey.
Ah.
I think I am making some bad moves here, TBH. But we're gonna do them anyway. One misfortune, 1 700, 1 etc. etc. Let's put that on the Inquisitor, as he is easily the largest threat for us. Stunning up my zombies. Puppy dog's doing big damage. You could almost just kill him straight out. You know what?
Ooh.
Give you the blood parasite and then drain you for the HP. More importantly, it gives me another distraction on the front line here. I want you to go here and then start locking him down. Zombies. Go for that Houndmaster. Just give him a little fireball. Yeah, why not? That's a temporary unit, so bloodletting it is not the worst thing we could do. My zombs, my zombs, my zombs. Wow, they really want these zombies. Do tyrant guards do immobilize? Is this new? Do all polearm units do immobilize? No. Trying to find a game crashing mod so you can play. None of the mods are going to be updated. So basically any mod that changes anything outside of like banner colors will not work. You most certainly, most definitely want to turn off any mods that you're playing with. Most definitively. Should probably be like pinning that Inquisitor, to be honest, but Zombie, you just smack, please. Blood Cultist, you also just smack, please. I guess Millennia's Kiss there did not want to trigger. need to curse. Go for the stronger units. That guy's getting debuffed every single round, so... and we'll go for a triple bleed. Because, frankly, why not? My zombies! No! Those guys are done. We'll flank the Inquisitors down. 45 damage or 20 in a blood parasite. Let's just go for that 45. You curse them. Then you can run forward and kill them. And then I think you can whip them. Hiya! Blood maggots. Go do blood maggot things. All right, so despite the fact that the enemy is like pretty resistant to our abilities, I actually think we have something here. The true identities are revealed. They are spies sent by Dimtur. I can get a grievance against Cthulhu. I can receive 500 draft in my capital. Go to war with Dimtur. Or get 200 gold. These are the guys to our south that we're actually kind of like friendly with. The thing is, I don't think swaying them is really going to do anything. 2 turns of gold is useful. This would really let us buff up our military. Like, the Warlock alone is 5 turns, so I think I'm actually going to take that. Yeah, and then I can get another character, hopefully next turn, to fill out the rest of that rank. You got yourself another level up. Do you want to go for mind control? You definitely want to go for a signature skill, which I'm not sure what we're going to take. Hemomancer gives you like the bonus. You take a bit of damage, but you deal extra damage. You also recover temp HP when killing units. This allows us to summon bats. And blind people. Dread gives us torment. This is probably what we're taking. Attacks cause 4 morale loss on target. Doubled for single shot attacks. Target enemy unit gains 2 torment until the end of combat and status of vulnerability and loses morale. And then Desecrator conjures zombies and explodes things. Let's take Dreadful. Gains Faithful, inflicts Soulbound. Maybe. Blood Drain ignores all defenses if they're bleeding or if blood parasite. I really want Vampiric Flight on her. Also, like, Draining Bite just does a crazy amount of damage. Either I ignore it or I cool it down. And then that will give me Dominate. She is a Dominator, so I do kind of need to go down that path. Let's grab Draining Charm. Let's go straight for Domination, actually. So this way I'm biting people not just to heal. Like, I'm biting people to heal, but I'm also biting people to get them over onto our side as quick as possible. Okay, I feel good about that. Tarot card doing mobilize, yeah, is new, yeah. You had a rough start the first playthrough. We've had a rough start this playthrough too, to be honest. The world is definitely against us, but that's never stopped me before, baby. No, I want that gold, that knowledge, sorry. I think I'll dismantle that. Grab this. And then work our way down. You've made a storehouse. Do you still have all that draft? No, so the draft only worked for one turn. That kind of sucks. I wish that would have stayed over a bit longer. Build a workshop here for starts. Yeah, that's a bit of a bummer.
Ooh.
Be sure to be sure.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, we can take out this small monster den. And we'll get some extra points for this. EU5 probably game of the year, yeah. If I turn all the mods off, I'll have to redo most of the characters. Let's check how the cosmetic mods work. If it doesn't work, turn off all mods. The cosmetic mods should generally be okay. But definitely a keyword should. Look at all these free spells you get. So nice. Hunter spiders have jump.
Oh.
And I know they're going to use it. Do they have web? Yeah. They do.
Ooh.
I don't love that. Not much I can do about it right now. Ah, right. They can jump behind me in web, too. Okay, well, at least they fell for my one bait trap. I was hoping by putting this guy here and putting him on warding that maybe all of my characters wouldn't get so brutally hit with that, but no such luck. You're all immobilized. You better whiplash him. If nothing more than to get that heal. Can't do much there. I'll just take the stab. That doesn't count as flanking? That does, though. No, it doesn't. You guys can't do anything, so... Not a lot of options here. Nice, he fumbles that because of his low morale. My zombie tanks hits, but that's literally why he's there. I gotta help out this witch, obviously. You know what I should have done? Should have bit that guy. Excuse me. You're on my side. Oh, also you're berserk though, so maybe I guess that does make sense. Put that zombie over here just to buy me some time. Let those lads heal up. Put a zombie over here. Do I want to bleed them? I don't know that I need to. I think it will also kill my units, so probably not. Josh, hello. Come on in. Thank you for the raid, my dude. Hope you're doing well. Playing a little Skyrim today. Ooh. Fun. It does belong to the Nords, after all. That's what they tell me. I don't know how true it is, but I have heard it said. Lol, fumble. These low morale into fumbles is very, very fun.
Yeah,
I think if I don't win on this turn, all these guys are going to make me go ouchie. You have corpse eating. You have a melee strike. I think I lose that berserker. If I can't do this. You can hit him with a Sundering Curse. 19. Do you not even have whip? Not one more turn. It is possible I could use my bleed ability. 19. You do the most damage here.
Nah.
No chance on that crit. That'll kill him. That berserker gets dominated. Costs 225. We're keeping that. Hell yeah. We also get a hunter spider out of this. And a locket of channeling. Equip that. Put that bad boy on. Did not die as much as I expected. Ergo, success. Very hungry. Need to go turn my 30 potatoes into carrots into something. Nice. I hope those are all farmed. Who is this big chunker? Barbarian Elysian. Eagle mounts. Apex Predator, Keeper of Knowledge. Earthkin. I mean, he gets the Frostblades and Frostlink transformation already. He gets Savage Strike as well. And Earthquake. Yeah, man. I mean, we'll keep him. He's a level 3 Shock Barbarian. Like, how do you say no to that? And a Hunter Spider. These guys can level up into Hunter Spider Matriarchs, which are tier 4. They also have blood drinking Frostblades. Time to split our army up.
Oh. Yeah.
Ooh. Hey. Just a little bit.
Hey.
All right, man. We've bounced back here. We'll go wipe these dweebs out. And then see what else we need to clear. The abattoir. And the deep crypts. Vampires heal 10 HP per world map turn. In domain. I definitely want arcane battlements over archer battlements. Let's grab the deep crypts for right now. Let these barbarians actually heal. So I can annex another province here. I can't go up yet. Keyword. Does this scale off of foresters as well, does it say? Mines, quarries, and foresters. So it's a bit of a weird choice to build a forester here, but It would also provide us an extra 5 production on that. 8 and 2. I mean, that's pretty good. Clear out that mana node. We'll get some extra mana out of it too. Our Warlock has leveled up. I do want to get Siphon Blood with you. Hex Pack gains. Target suffers -10 morale each turn. Absolutely. Let's start with that. Her the Herbalist. We definitely need some better naming conventions on you. Andy Bryan, how we doing? Yes. Finally doing some YouTube streams. Yeah, we're going for the multicast. Testing things out. You know how it is. So far, it seems like it's running decently positive. Would be getting more Whispering Stones worth it? I feel like I want to say no. I mean, I guess the thing is I could put the Whispering Stones in my cities. Which isn't bad. Alternatively, I could just like make my cities bigger. Let us think on it. I lost a lot of mana picking up that barbarian.
Huh?
But like, it's pretty good. It's a pretty good buy. This guy doesn't really have any troops of his own, but I also don't really have enough magic or money right now, so I don't want to overgrow too much. Y'all know how much I love over expanding, so aha, that's where you were. I done found you. Choop, choop, choop. Oh, interesting. Dim Tour is like grown into some lava over here too. That's okay. They can't expand past that, so I don't have to worry about them like bumping into my terrain. I can destroy my 3 zombies and get 30 Imperium out of it. I'm gonna do that. Because mostly I want my like income and mana back, and those zombies don't heal, so. Your hero stands tall before you. He puffs out his chest and tilts his chin. I find myself less of a shepherd and more towards something else. A defender or a crusader? Renown and preacher. All shield arm, pole arms, shock units, and fighters get +1 defense. Animals, plants, and elementals. Oh, you can make a defender. That makes more sense to me. Grab the sanguine focus. Blood transfer ritual we now have access to. It does take a couple of turns to boost that up. So TBH. Let's start doing that. We have room for another hero. Elementalist, Spellblade, Battle Saint. I wouldn't mind an Elementalist. I feel like mages are going to be our big thing this game. Yeah. A collector is 1 turn and it gives me gold. I'm going to do that. This homie's just going to keep digging pathways. I'm assuming this must just weave down here. It looks like it weaves there and down here to Dimtur. which is okay by me.
Ah.
This should be pretty auto-combatable. I will take it. Heavy armor greaves can only move 3 hexes in combat. Has +3 defense. Not you. If you had like teleport or phase lock or something like that, like I feel like that would be the better. That would be okay. All right. So at this point, I think my goal is to go back to the surface and start picking fights with Oathright again. Yeah, somebody else is trying to claim him. Somebody is also trying to claim Dim Tur, and I don't like that. Mortadella, I'm not so worried about, but Helter Skelter is trying to take Dim Tur from me. Let us heal. 6, 7, 800 points. It's not a lot. All right, that is where her city is. We'll probably wait one more turn of healing here. Could pop up here as well, but I don't see a need to do that. I might even be able, actually, just to pop up there and do the Temple of Tome. Vacant Steeple. It's a nice little spot. We got our collector here. Vivisection ritual. Target enemy army sustains 20 physical damage, and then I gain 150 knowledge. That seems extremely useful. I hate how everything here scales off of requiring farms, and I can't build them. But I can build them down here. So I guess we'll do that next. All right, we do have that blood transfer ritual ready. Blood cultists, hunter spiders, and berserkers. Let's go with that first, seeing as we're going to go fight some frost dudes. So, Agent's gone crazy. If you want to play as a Disney princess, you need a sparkly dress, not a black shirt. We have a sparkly dress. Do you not see? This dress is sparkly. We have sparkly skin. That's Disney princess. Item mod seems to be the culprit for breaking your thing. They removed bloody hulling that was in the old dev stream. They did not make her a vampire. They removed her. Oh, the bloodied halflings. Ooh, curious. Demand I put a dress on? I don't think I have any dresses. My partner might, but I don't. And I don't think I'd fit in them. I think that would be a very different stream. You also have this collector available. I do want a stonemason. I also want more troops before I do this, but I don't think that's going to be an option we can do. You and your retinue approach the Temple of the Tome, decorations with depictions of stern-looking go deer. Your companions swallow nervously and look at each other. There's a demonic summoning happening. Don't they normally tell you what the fight is here? A Baylor in 5 turns. First turn is just running towards each other, so really it's a Baylor in 4 turns. Eight turns. 2 skull fights, you can do it. OnlyFans where I play games in a dress. Definitely a certainly different vibe. 13. Ooh. An Astra, a fallen angel, a Titan, and an infernal juggernaut. What can do a bear? With an Inferno Hound, not so bad, but a Lightbringer who has Convert. That's not going to happen, buds. I'd love it if it could, but that is not going to happen. You guys have 1,000-point armies. Problem is you have all these freezing burst dweebs as well.
Oh.
We don't have like a truce or anything, so I'm gonna wait 1 turn for this Mark of Tyranny to trigger. I think is what I'll do. Do you guys get bonuses in snow? You do get Arctic Walk.
Ooh.
Let's keep digging for now. Just keep digging. Just keep digging. You're going to go down to that tower. A Mount Merchant. Vampire Spider mounts. Also White Wolf mounts. Both of these are obviously very fitting for us. Picked up Sanguine Focus, and we get our tier 2. So under tier 2, we're going to be going for Tome of the Doom Heralds. Just because we do more morale damage, and Tome of Revelry because it does more blood damage. It's similar start to how we did the last build.
Instills more doubt in an enemy than a foe who revels in battle.
I better take Blood Fury weapons right away as well. So Mark of Tyranny will cast. And then we better grab Sanguine Focus. So this goes into the back of Dimtur. I think we'll peek that first. Warcry, you have another city up here. So that's pretty good. Her base city is here, and then she has 2 other cities now. Helter Skelter is an outpost. Just above Nightfort. I don't like that because I wanted to move into those Rainbow Rapids. I have like $400 right now too, so I could probably do a bit of that. Battlefield looting. Grab that. Minus 620, minus 480, minus 800. I do think Helter Skelter is going to be the bigger issue. You have an arcane institution that's about to be finished. Stronghold is on 10 population, $200. Right? If it's boosted, it's half off? 30% off. Okay, so not even. At tier 3, we'll get access to our Tyrant Knights. Yeah, let's grab a Tyrant Guard for now. I gotta go back to war with these guys. I'm actually gonna hide underground also because I realize I'm a vampire and staying above ground is really bad for me. I am also going to give myself a crypt blade. So now I have 3 free attacks. There's Distrusting Locals, Whispering Stones -3. Message received. Everybody's getting mad at me. We'll cast the Sanguine Focus, giving us all blood magic. And then I guess Frostblades. And I guess an abattoir. Still have an extra hero slot here as well. I guess the thing is like they're not gonna come for me. Oops. So I could pick off these outer armies. And then at least maybe that would give me captives. Channel does currently have a discount for gift subs. This is true. I am running the promotion right now. How many subs for you to succumb to peer pressure and wear a dress on stream? I don't know. The number would have to be very high. I'm not sure I could think of the number off the top of my head. Some more runes down here. We'll head down to this this guy next. We'll keep going that away. Ah, God, he absorbed that area, so it got rid of that hero character. What a schmuck. And I obviously can't siege down like 3,000 strength. 2,500 strength in their capital. Don't care for this. I don't care for this at all. Oh, I can start burning down your mines then. That's how you're going to be. Can at least do some loot and pillage. Through fate or blind luck, the currents of change and chaos bring to your attention a chilling scene. A snow spirit and its frost-ridden followers are turning the area around them to ice. It's a terrible location. What am I meant to do with that? Requires an army. Oh. Pillage, pillage, pillage. You're building another damn outpost, dude. I am way behind on outposts. Worrisomely behind on outposts, in fact. Okay, it does look like blood is overriding frost, which is what I want. We'll keep some mana in the bank. Okay, this guy isn't going to defend himself.
Ooh.
No problem. Found an iron deposit. Oh. Are you for real, dude? Get the hell out of here. All right, so we're going to have to take over that city for sure. Yeah, I'm trespassing here. Don't care. I want that vision. You have 3 cities. Let me tell you, I do not. But I do have a way, at least, to absorb people. We'll go with the tier 3 building here. Oh! Here I can build a farm. It's fantastic. I wish I recognized that last turn.
Oh.
All right, man. I'm going to pick off this side stuff then. You've made another tyrant guard that I can't really get up there yet. But that's okay. It's a nice little tower vision. Ooh, there's another player over here. You know what? Let's go find out who they are. You got yourself a stonemason. Grab a collector so we can get some cash. Because I really could afford to get some cash right now. Presumably these guys are going to attack me eventually. 800 points in this army? This says 600. They're at sea. They shouldn't get pulled into that.
Oh.
Wait a turn for this guy to bust that stuff open. See if we can't bring up some more troops. Climb up these riverbeds in the meantime. Okay. I mean, Oathright is... like, it's got us boxed in here. I can't grow up in that direction. And my capital is basically going to be stuck in a very small amount of territory down here. I do sing like a Disney princess. That is not true. Disney princesses sing quite well. I most certainly do not. The frost stuff should help with Helter Skelter, yeah. I mean, it's a bit of a funny thing because he's frost and undead. Or sorry, he's fire and undead. So really spirit is the only thing that works with him. But, you know, is what it is. Blood Fury will also help. I guess let's get Ice Coffin. Start casting Blood Fury. Flippin' believable. He took both of those provinces, both of which I was planning to take. He is just pumping Imperium into that base. Ooh, you're making me upsetty. Banrion Singath Sky Shatterer. Homie, we could maybe get along. You have the Gale Toads, Scions of Evil, Hermit Kingdom. Mark of the Dove. Good alignment. Interesting. You're definitely the first person I've seen that I've been like, oh, maybe. You look like a vampire. Indrid Soulstar. No, you're a wizard king. A pure sage. You might also get along with me. Dude, I love your glowing fists. They look really cool. So that's 12v10. I've been denounced. Okay. Oh, you can also annex another province. Unfortunately, this dweebwad up here took all the provinces I wanted. I might actually just have to burn that city to the ground. Let's just fight this. I need like experience, so it's one way to get it. You can claim land above ground. Yeah, it's just that like I'm boxed in. My capital is boxed in by a silver wonder, so it's quite hard to get those early, depending. What do we have in here? We have a white wolf and a bunch of witches. Boy, I mean, I'm gonna just get frozen a lot right now, but we're gonna have to let it go. I'm also above ground, so I deal minus 20% damage. What's kind of stupid is you can't build the creeping darkness effect when you're below ground. But it's still, like, if I could, it would creep up above ground. We'll break his spirit, at least. You can't reach anybody. All right, everybody just defensive mode. Sick. Withering Mist. Okay. He opens with that. All characters sustain 15 frost damage. Yeah. I have no choice. I have to do this. probably means that spider is sacrificed, but you can only go hit that guy. You can go there. Can't torment that dog from here. Southern Curse bounces, so we might as well use that. And I'll Scarlet Plague them. Okay. Okay. Curse. I think I'm gonna torment you. I could bite this guy and potentially dominate him. Yeah, I mean, I guess. You're not going to be able to kill him this round, so you're just going to go for him so that your flank is at least a little bit open. Or, I guess, isn't open. There's 15 damage to the whole squad. Blind and weakened. Nice, they killed their own Crypt Blade. Then they gutted my spider. Was to be expected. That was not to be expected. I didn't think they would be able to burn down my entire vampire in a single round of combat. That's bad. Goes without saying. Maybe, but that's bad. You guys are all blind. Here's your blood maggot. Tyrant Guard is probably not going to live. Damn. If I'd done that, I could have probably eaten him. I'm going to have him berserk over here because A, it's flank damage. They can't really get through there without killing him, so let's just focus on this guy. Get a little bit of HP back. Yikes. Yikes. He fumbled a lot of that at least. The more you gorge, the better. Bleeding, sundered defense, exploit vulnerability, sundered resistance, casualties taken. realize. Thought he was facing the other way.
All right.
He'll probably bleed out. Eat that corpse. This guy is weakened and blinded, but you know, the wolf at least takes polearm damage. We'll move you there. Stack some bleeding on him. I'll let you move here, maybe. Nice. Okay, stack of burning. I'm concerned about the White Witches. I really only have a hit on this guy, though. And I need to stack some temp HP right now. Nice. So that just spread a bunch of extra blood parasites. Good, 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 good. That's good stuff. You have a blood parasite, and you have a blood parasite. Can't believe Sundering Curse there is only doing 3 damage. That's disgusting. Eat this corpse. Kill him. Kill him. Damage him. That's not a kill. Could easily be, though. Really don't want him to die. You're immobilized. I didn't see that. God. This guy's gonna run down here, probably, and shoot this blood cultist, maybe kill them. Absolute hate these guys. Well, at least I know how the AI works. I don't suppose I get to keep my blood parasites, do I? I can't believe that. That was terrible. That went very badly. Like unmitigated disaster badly. Okay. We're in the void. Shardspire Ridge. What are we going to do about that, Daniel? Well, we lost a blood cultist, so I guess let's get them back to start. We do have Tyrant Knights about to come up, so you know, at least that's a bonus. Luck is continuing from yesterday. Yeah, the game got harder generally. It typically does with most patches, so should you buy the expansion pack right now or hold off in the hope of further reduction sometime next year? I don't think the expansion pack won't get a deduction, especially like if it has an opening weekend discount. So, but the individual packs in the expansion might get a discount, but I don't expect that would be any cheaper than just buying the expansion pack straight out. Lavender Justicar of the Citadel has a question regarding your wilted cuisine. We've heard stories about the delicacies made by the wilted. Delightful appetizers, roasts worthy of song, dessert to die for. Meanwhile, I sit here eating dry bread and raw meat because my cooks don't know how to make a decent meal. Last time you got mad at me because your food taster ate my food and exploded. 4 turns of growth blocked. This is something I would never normally ever take because growth is so powerful. But where Frostgrave is extremely limited in the space it can actually grow into, that production would allow us to get some early buildings out. Well, not early buildings, but some more buildings. Bonuses per adjacent farms. You're also bonuses per adjacent farms. City income per vassal. City stability per vassal, sorry. Could I build a Masonic Hall? No, I don't have a second quarry. I don't have a lot of mana coming in. You know what? Let's go with the tavern. City stability here sucks. Can't believe our army got so buckled there. Hurting. We've lost our character twice in this campaign so far, which is never a great start, but it's not necessarily one we can't get back from. Everyone has declared a rivalry on us, which, you know, that's also something. That's also a secondary problem we will have to deal with. This is becoming tier 2 city, so at least we can do some recruitment there soon-ish. You, I want to... I guess I want you to go north. And I'd like to open up this passageway between my cities, if that is in fact possible. I feel like that would be a wise decision. I figure out where we can pick some fights. But I tell you what, we're turn 39 going into turn 40. Why don't we cut the first video here for that today? And we'll see you back here in the next one. Until then, thank you for joining us.